In 13 years, Lafayette built one of the biggest hierarchies in PRIMERICA. At the time of his passing, he was in the top 50 earners. But the interesting thing was when we started talking about this with the committee, and we started talking about the investment initiative and what we were attempting to do, I didn't realize how few people on the committee actually knew about Lafayette and the history, and because that was over 20 years ago. Then I realized when we did our retreat how few people on the council really knew. They knew the name, and I know many of you guys don't know the name. But it truly speaks to the biblical principle that we drink from wells that we did not dig. Because our investment initiative is not new. Our model was set. Our model was set by Dr. Lafayette Walker, not for African Americans, but for the entire country when this was unveiled. So when we started talking about this award, and everyone started getting excited about it, the biggest issue we had was how to exclude Lawrence. Because we couldn't even talk about it without getting emotional. And for the sake of our friendship, I asked him if he would be willing to exclude himself from all our discussions about it because it was so emotional. Because the criteria for this award, we didn't have it at that time. We created it as we went. So it's important that we unveil the criteria, and it'll be on the website so you guys can see it, because we believe it will be one of the most prestigious awards in the AALC. The criteria, number one, you've got to be a member of the AALC. You've got to be a top bass shop producer. But you also have to run a diversified business, because we were modeling this award after the business that Lafayette built. So not only do you have to be a top producer in investments, you also have to be a top bass shop builder. You have to be a top recruiter. You have to be a top licensor. You have to be a top promoter in terms of promotions. And you have to be building leadership. Those are the criteria. And you also have to be in good standing with the company. So when we put our initial group together and came through, it was amazing that after 30 years of going back, we're excited because the legacy Lafayette left has been followed. And that's exciting for us, because what we want you to know, we're passing the baton to the next generation. It's important that this group here set the legacy so that we can pass it on to our children's children. A model that has proven not only duplicatable, but generationally transferable. So it's kind of prophetic that our first initial winner of the Dr. Lafayette Walker Award for Investment Excellence, and I'm sure Dr. Walker would be looking down on this smiling now, is his son, Lawrence Walker.
See, baby.
No.
Yes. Yes.
You know, it's funny. Some people while I'm here referred to me as Mr. Walker. That's Mr. Walker.
Trying to do?